Hello, everybody. Happy Labor Day to those in
Yes.
the United States and everything. I don't know if it's.
No, we celebrate it up here too.
Oh, do you? Okay, Canada
Yep,
too.
yep.
Awesome. There we go. So probably anybody over in the other hemisphere don't know, but
Yeah. Across the pond, if you will.
it's fine. So let us know what you all are reading and all that kind of good stuff. And so, Tiffany, what are you working on?
I have started my thriller books. So I started with The First Mistake by Sandy Jones, which was one of Amy Marie's picks because I feel like of Amy Marie, Lee, Hannah, and Jules, Amy Marie's the closest scaredy cat to me. And so I figure hers would be the most tame. Now, I'm not saying I'm correct in that. I'm saying that's what my brain was telling me. So I was like, okay, I will start there. And this one is definitely not scary, which I'm appreciative of. It's just more of a domestic thriller,
Yes.
It's called The First Mistake. So you're kind of finding out this woman thinks that maybe your husband's having an affair. She had a previous husband. Then she finds out that the previous husband had cheated on her. She didn't know this. And you're just kind of finding it out in time and then coming back and forth. So I'm assuming something's going to be happening in the present. Enjoying it, really good. I don't know if she's reliable or not, so I'm just along for the ride, but it is not scaring me, so that is good. So far we're off to a good start.
Are you gonna throw in some cozies in between so that it's just not?
Yes, I am. That's what I was saying. I have. Well, I'm going to finish Dead as a Door Knocker, but the plan was to. So, Paula Charles had sent me the arc to her newest Hometown Hardware. It's a Christmas book. And so I was like, I'm going to throw that in between. So as soon as I finish Dead as a Door Knocker, because that'll kind of definitely a little Christmas cozy will help with along
Give you a little break in between that.
Exactly. You're going to need it, I think.
Yeah.
I think I showed this, but I got my favorite new mug out again. This
nice.
Is my favorite.
I like that one. That's so pretty.
That is
I
really
love it so much.
Really cute.
So how about you guys? What are you up to? What are you reading?
I finished The Maid last night after we got off, or after I had to leave. I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I will continue with the series.
Oh, it's a series.
It is a series. It's a 4-book series. I say that because one's at half, one's at 2.5, and it's a Christmas story. So I'm gonna try and maybe read book 2 in October, and then the Christmas book, the Christmas novella, and then I'll go to book 3, and that's it. It's only a 3-book, so it's fine. But I'm almost finished. I have 2 chapters in the epilogue left of The Fortune Hunter's Guide to Love by Emma Claire Sunday, which is a Harlequin historical, and it's a Sapphic Harlequin historical.
Ooh.
And Tiffany, one of the female leads, is a cheesemaker.
Oh, what book is this?
The Fortune Hunter's Guide to Love. So basically it's about a woman girl, I should say. They're only 19 because it's historical, right? And she had her debut in society, and then her father died, and they were part of the ton, and the uncle takes over the dukedom or the earldom or whatever it is, and basically kicks the entire family out. So the 4 daughters and the mother, I'm not paying for you anymore, you're on your own. So they go back to the seaside town where the mom was born before she married up in life, and she falls for this local girl who works at a farm. It's really cute. B from Mama Loves to Read Romance raved about this book, and it's cute, but it's not knocking my socks off. But I really do love the cheese making aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that part's really cute, and the whole farm life and the kind of realizing that maybe I don't need all these richy things to be happy. I can be happy just without the jewels and without the gowns and without the balls. But basically the premise of the book is that she's trying to snag a rich husband to get herself back to society. And a romance ensues from there. It's cute. I like it. I don't love it, but it's enjoyable. But the cheese making part is fun. So
and I was thinking
Emma Claire Sunday.
Emma Claire Sunday, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And my thoughts is that the guy she's going to end up with isn't rich because she's
Well, it's almost towards the end, and a guy has asked for her hand, even though he knows that she's no longer part of this upper crust. But he's like old enough to be her grandfather, and basically is looking for like, and he smells like mustard. That's the joke, right? Like he smells like mustard. And the other girl's like, well, that doesn't sound so bad. And she's like, no.
Cheese and mustard. They go together, right?
So yeah, all about the food in this book. But yeah, it's cute. What are you reading, Storm?
Okay, so I finished my chapters in Dead to Right by J.A. Jens, that my buddy reading with the gal. So I got that one done with 35% into that. So, and then I am currently working on Break the Game by Andrew Alcyon. I think that's how you say his last name. It's the second book in the Spellbinder series for one of my seconds in September. Getting one of those in. Excellent. It also works for the Everbloom Academy readathon. And it's really cute. It's a middle grade fantasy. He likes playing role-playing games with his friends. And in the first one, he gets mistaken as a hero that this girl was coming for out of a different world. She came there and thought he was the person that she was supposed to bring back. It was kind of like not the right person, but he went with it anyway because he wanted to be a hero. And come to find out, when he writes in his little notepad, whatever he writes happens. So that's why he's a spellbinder, because they can write things and have it happen and things like that. Nice. We've had frogmen so far that's come and attacked him in his world, and so he's excited because maybe something's going to happen and he can do something again, because he was kind of like, ho hum, it's not so cool being back, in real world with everything. But yeah, so it's cute.
Cute.
And I need to edit, so I'll probably be editing first, but I'd like to get back to that. I'm about 14% into that one. So.
Excellent.
And we have Pat, and she says, good evening, everyone. I'm still reading The Tenant by Frida McFadden, about 45% in. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mary Jo says, happy Labor Day. I'm reading Paranoia by James Patterson and James O. Bourne. I'm not sure if my letters are clashing together or not.
I think you're right.
It's part of the Detective Michael Bennett series.
Excellent.
And she also said dinner was burgers, potato salad, and leftover baked mac and cheese. And that sounds
good.
So yummy.
How on earth did you ever have leftover baked mac and cheese? I would have eaten the whole thing.
But it had to be a really big deal of it to have.
Right.
And Esther Jane says, happy Labor Day. And I am now reading Dead to Rights, number 4, Joanna Brady series by J.A. Jansen. She's on chapter 7. So you're almost done with ours for tonight, because chapter 7 was like what we read to. So once you get to chapter 8, you better stop.
Esther's going to keep right on reading.
Yeah. And there was a narrator change in the audiobooks for the ones that like to do audio. And so I know Carmen didn't like the one narrator. And I think she found another one with a different narrator. So I hope she's liking that one. But I think I've listened to this person before. Or she just sounds very familiar. Like, because some voices kind of sound alike.
They do. And
I don't mind her. She's not bothering me. Not bothering my ears like she might be somebody else. But it's like CJ Crit or something like that. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I preferred the other narrator for the first 3, but I don't know if this is going to be just a one-off and then they'll have a different narrator, if she's going to be the one that's going to do all of them from here on out. You never know. And it happens sometimes, which is what I hate whenever you get different audio companies and they have to change narrators, and that kind of sucks.
Yes.
But I'm really liking Dead to Rights so far. They always start out with like a bam, it's like bang. It's like something happens like right off the bat. It's like, whoa. And Michelle says, happy Labor Day, beautiful ladies. Tonight I'll be reading Dead to Rights by J.A. Jensen. I'm loving it so far. Yay.
And there's our bingo.
Right?
And says, you go, Esther Jane. I'm still on chapter 3.
I love that you all read this together. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. We have our Discord and throwing out your theories and all that kind of stuff. And then
So fun.
I'll send the stuff to Esther Jane, and she'll send me her little theories, and I'll put it in the Discord for her, and everybody gets to see whatever.
So that's fun.
Cajun says, hi, everyone. Reading Twisted and Mystery. E-Great Island Cozy number 6.
Excellent.
Nice.
Anita says, hey, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Easier You're Dead Than Drawn. I don't know if that was messed up or if I'm not reading that right. By Bailey Abbott, anyway. And Esther said to Michelle, I had nothing to do today but read, so that is why so far. And please, I have a very busy
That's funny.
Yeah, I got to get in some extra reading today if you have a busy day tomorrow. So
that's right.
We're behind.
Yep.
And Kath says, good evening. I'm reading Goats Just Want to Have Fun by Jenna Rollins tonight. And loving it so far. She has a beautiful writing style. It's easy to read. That's awesome.
I bought both of those books when I was in the hospital because I was shopping and I need to get to both of them.
Yay! I love it. And y'all know, I mean, I'm sure you do, but that's Paula Charles. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a fun series.
I knew it was one of your buddies because I knew you liked that series, but yeah. I need to give it a try. Says, hey everyone, going to shower, see y'all in a bit. All right, we shall be here. Currently reading Thursday Murder Club.
Yay! Yay! I approve of that.
Yeah. I need to get back to that series. I'm either going to have to just grin and bear it with the narrator change, or I'll read the third book. I don't know.
I only read book 1. I haven't even gone to book 2, and part of me doesn't want to go to book 2 because I love book 1 so much that I'm afraid, is it going to be as good for book? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I liked book 2 and everything, but I just the narrator change.
Fair enough.
And I need to try the other series too, the We Solve Murders.
Oh, We Solve Murders was so good.
Yeah, because I thought you liked that one more, I think.
Yeah, I think Elizabeth DNF'd it though, but I think she had an issue with the narrator.
Yeah. That's why I was like, the narrator change. I was listening to the third one and I was like, this doesn't sound right. Is there something? Did I miss something? Am I missing something? You know, you're like listening to it and then
Yep.
I think the narrator's different. That's what it is. Because I wasn't liking it. And Nadine says to Kev, I agree to you about Jana Rollin, Paula Charles writing style being so easy to read. It's nice descriptive writing. The story just flows along. I was like, what on earth? There was 2 of her, but now there's 1. She's back.
Tried a disappearing act.
I thought Storm booted me. I was like, so this is what it feels like
to be put into YouTube jail.
Like, well, I want to trade.
You started like twirling.
You started twirling and then you disappeared.
And then you disappeared, but then when I looked down, I was like, there's 4 people down there. Who else is down there? It's 2 beach bums.
I have no idea. I was
That's hilarious.
Listening to you guys talk about the Murder Club, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm in cyberspace. I'm like, what's happening?
And Cass says to Nadine, yes, no wasted words, and yet she brings the story to life so vividly. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's a good description.
And Nadine says, hi, everyone. I'll be reading The Nearness of You by Dorothy Garlock. It's a historical fiction romance book. I'm somewhat burned out on mysteries right now. I get that way sometimes. Yeah, I read the one historical romance last month, and I was like, I am loving this so much because I haven't had a historical romance on my TBR for a while, and it's like really good.
It's almost like you're like, I forgot why I love these so much, you know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's like I have a few Dorothy Garlock, but I've not tried her yet. And Jill says, hey, ladies. And Anita says, I had meatballs for dinner.
Oh, nice.
There's Carmen. Says, hiya, friends. I hope you had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I finished the Brady Buddy read chapters for today and reading Firefox by Craig Thomas right now. It fits the Scooby-Doo-a-thon.
Excellent.
And Melmac says, hi, everyone. I'm reading Buried in the Book by Kate Carlisle, number 12 in the Bibliophile series.
Very nice.
And Barbara's, good afternoon, friends. Reading this summer will be different. And chewing gum.
Is that the one by Sarah McLean? Barb?
Oh, no.
Because it's her. If it is, it's her first contemporary, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, she usually writes historical.
Hey, Tanya says, I think I'm going to start an Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating.
I am intrigued.
Sounds interesting. Novak says, next week is Around the World Readathon announcement for October's destination. Oh, Melmac, you make me feel like the months go by really quickly when you tell me that we're announcing months.
You're not wrong.
It's like, wait, we just got into September.
Seriously.
And he says, hi all, reading The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile, I think. I am curious about that one. I haven't read that one, but I'm curious. Hi, Kat. Says, hi, Stormy, Tiffany, and Sarah. I'm waiting to eat dinner. Ribs with broccoli. Sounds yummy. Jill says, I finished Undercover Kitty in the wee hours of the morning.
Oh.
Well done.
And Nadine says, oh boy, oh goody, a new Hometown Hardware book.
Yes, it is Christmas, and it is called. Hold on, I have it. Zappy. Oh, hold on, just let me before I say it wrong, because I will. It is called A Zappy Little Christmas.
Nice.
Interesting title. I think.
So I'm thinking that somebody's going to be electrocuted. I'm just guessing,
Yeah.
but I do not know.
Yeah, you never know. And Jill says, I've been reading Lynn Cahoon's A Amateur Sleuth's Guide to Murder.
Nice.
I want to try that.
And DeShannon says, evening, all reading Woman in Cabin 10 before watching the adaptation. I loved reading Thursday Murder Club, and I liked the adaptation. So.
I did too. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. It was a fun way to spend a few hours.
Yeah. But I think also sometimes if it's something that you really, really love, they're not going to get it right to the way you're liking, no matter how hard they try.
I enjoyed it. I hope that people, like my aunt watched it, right? She doesn't read. And I'm like, you gotta read. Oh, I'm not gonna read the book. And I'm like, okay, whatever. My other aunt, who is the avid reader and who read the book and loved it, she's like, I won't watch it. I refuse. And I'm like, I totally understand. Because you just don't want to be disappointed, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like when I first started watching Discovery of Witches, when they did the series for that. I mean, it's my favorite. I did not like the guy that played Matthew for the life of me. Whenever I first started, I was like, who is this person? He's not the one I have in my head. But then I got used to him. The more I got used to him, the more I was okay with it. And now I really like that guy. But it just, whatever you just first see these people, it's like, no.
And I was okay with Bridgerton. I was okay with the changes that were made when they, in terms of the casting is what I mean, and who they chose for the whatever. And then at the very end of the last episode, I audibly WTF at the top of my lungs. Why did you move book 3 to book 1? And that's when I tapped out. I was like, nope, you lost me. Sorry.
I don't like it when they rearrange things. Well, that's why I was like asking you, is it just book 1? Because sometimes they'll incorporate things from other books, and I'm like, well, I haven't read all of them yet. So I was
from my memory, it's the entire of the. I don't want to say anything though, because Barb and I were having this discussion earlier on Instagram. So, but I don't want to say anything. Yeah. But from my remembrance, it's only book 1. Yes. They only have 2 hours to do the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah. So it's not a 6-episode or an 8-episode series, which again, I'm still.
Well, and even whenever with Discovery of Witches, they did like 8 or 9 episodes, but the books are like so thick. There's
Right?
so much stuff in them. I'm like, why couldn't you do like a 13 episode? This needs 13. You're leaving out so much stuff.
And that's how I felt about, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sarah, what is on your shirt?
It's a Canadian goose, and it says, "Not all Canadians are nice."
That's true. And I mean the geese. I mean, I'm referring to.
Oh no, we do too, and because we know, I've had them chase me through a parking lot.
Yes.
Going to my car. Yep.
Yes. One
When
of
it's
the
baby time-
universities I attended, we had geese, and they would chase you, and they would chase you because they thought like you wanted their kids. I'm like, I don't want to be near you. I promise. I don't want your family. Just
Yes.
leave me alone. They were mean.
They will stop
Mean.
traffic up here to cross the street.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't care. It's like, yeah, we down in our area we've got a beer store, because here until recently beer was not sold in stores. It was only sold at the beer store, and that's actually what it's called. So there's this group of geese, and they were walking across the road, and Garrett and I had to stop waiting for them in the car, and we're like, oh, they're all going to the liquor store.
Yeah. In Illinois, we didn't. Every once in a while, you'd have wild turkey in the like road or something, but not often.
Yeah.
It was just because we lived in the country. But here, sand cranes all the time.
Oh, really?
And those, they will like literally do like they'll like they know you have to stop for them. They know it.
Legit. Same with the geese. They're like, yeah, you're gonna stop me.
And they'll get in the middle of the road and they're going, and then they're like, wait, maybe I want to go back. And you're like,
yes. Yeah.
And then at the last minute, they're like, no. And I'm like, oh, God.
My dad remembers when he went to Hawaii, and I remember him telling me this, that when him and Mom went to Hawaii many years ago, there's something like, it looks like a Canadian goose, but it's not, but it's a bird that's kind of native to Hawaii. And in Canada, they're protected. Like the geese are protected, right? But in Hawaii, these similar birds are not, and they actually eat them as food. Dad's like, oh, that would be lovely if we could do that up here. Because that is a nice roast goose for Christmas. But they have like razor sharp teeth and everything. Like they're vicious animals.
They are really, yes, they are.
But anyway, I saw this shirt on Temu, so thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I must
That
have.
is hilarious. That is really hilarious.
Anita said, by the way, roll the die and got Scooby. And for my current read, it has a dog on the cover.
Very
nice. It says for the Scooby-Doo readathon. So, and I'll read one more and then we'll get into a sprint. And so, a bookworm lady Van Ember says, hi everyone, I'm reading the Busybody Book Club. And we had a minestrone soup.
Oh, delicious.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds yummy. And so we'll go ahead and read to the top of the hour. So happy reading, everyone.
Happy
reading.
So how'd everybody do?
I finished my book.
Yay!
3.5 stars. I liked it. It was cute. It was fun.
Excellent. I got to 79% in The First Mistake. I don't know where we're going. We think that the first husband cheated. We think that this husband's cheating. And it's just like her in this state of chaos. And you're following her thought process through like finding out that her first husband who is dead but may not be dead, may have cheated but may not have, blah 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 blah, and then now the current husband also may or may not be cheating, and it's just like a whirlwind of this.
Or maybe it's the lady and
Welcome to Thrillers.
And I feel like I'm gonna find out like it was all an unreliable narrator, and they're like, "Gotcha."
Yep.
And I'd be really upset, by the way. If that
Yep.
So I don't know, but I'm at 79%. So I feel like we got to be getting like
Somewhere
other than just like her having like panic attacks about both men may or may not have done whatever.
You'll get the first twist, and then you'll think,
Yep.
oh, and then right at the very end, it'll flop.
I hope so. Like I said, I'm at 79%. I'm like, so. Anyways,
Yeah.
how about you?
So I finished editing
Oh,
what I
nice.
was editing.
Well done.
And then I was exporting it, and then I forgot, well, I can't listen to my audiobook because I'm
I know.
So I have my what I always call my behind the scenes book, because I just read on it every now and then. But I have to have it done by the 8th. I said this in one of my dailies. Like, I like goofed up. I have 2 books that I have to have done by a certain time. And I was trying to get ahead of myself by working on one of them in August and all that stuff. And I read the wrong one.
Oh, no.
Working on the wrong one. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting, and then I had to
So
quit
frustrating.
reading that one to read this one, because this one I have to have done by the 8th. And I'm like 30% into it. So
That's funny.
Before I forget, I know Cajun is here. I said this yesterday. I didn't see if Cajun was able to answer it. Several people, Cajun, are asking about the mug, and if you can divulge details on where you got the mug that you sent, because they are loving it. So, anyways, a lot of people were asking. Oh my gosh!
You got it from like an Etsy store or something?
Yeah, it could be. I'm assuming she did because it's but anyways, a bunch of people are asking. So if you're able to share the Etsy store or whatever, that would be great.
I keep forgetting what the name of this is, but it's Murder on the Scottish Island. I don't care for the main character all that much. I like her Lady's Maid a whole lot more. If it wasn't for the Lady's Maid, I don't think I would like the series that much, because this is number 2. But the Lady's Maid's so prim and proper and like a little bit older than her, I feel, and she doesn't want her sleuthing. She doesn't want to get involved in any of the sleuthing. And if you just kind of mind your P's and Q's and stay over here and not do the sleuthing, you wouldn't get in trouble. And she's always given these little one-liners, kind of under her breath sometimes or whatever it is. And I just like they were on a ferry, and she's like, why don't you sit down? I think her name's Elspeth or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but she's like, why don't you sit down? And she's like, no, I think I'll just stand here. There's no telling what kind of dirt is on that. She's so prim and proper. She's like,
yep. Well, that's funny.
Probably nerdy. Yeah, so let's see. Jill had stuffed peppers, if it'll work here. There we go. Stuffed peppers.
Favorites. I love stuffed peppers.
And Hanya says, good to see you, Sarah.
You too. Thank you.
Nice shirt, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Karma says it's the CJ Crit is who she first listened to. That's what I thought, and drove her nuts. Way too over-the-top dramatic for her. And see, I don't see that. So I think it's interesting how everybody's ears hear things differently.
That's right.
Because to me, she sounds just fine. I don't think she sounds over the top. But then I've gotten some like that Joanna Parker that I'm just like,
Yes, whereas she doesn't bother me in the least.
yeah.
But I do know, I was thinking about it afterward, that, you're like, oh, this narrator does sound similar to this narrator. And I can't remember who it is, but there is a narrator. She goes by 2 different names. She does one for like when she's reading less spicy romance, and she has a completely different name when she does very spicy romance. So it could very well be a narrator that you already know. She's just going by a different name.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Like, like authors choose different pen names. Narrators do the same thing. Like you might narrate some kids' books. You don't want that, and then you're like, narrating, 50 Shades of whatever.
Yeah, because when I go to look up your name, because I like this narrator, so let's see what else they have
Precisely.
done. And you don't want your like kid looking that up and being like, oh, look, she narrates.
Right, exactly. Or just for them to differentiate themselves, like they might work for a different publisher or a different, you don't know, right? I found that very interesting when I realized that.
And Anita says, I'm sorry for my text to speech screw up. It's easier dead than drawn. Okay, by Bailey Abbott. That's okay. I just thought maybe you were testing my ability to try to figure things out, because sometimes you have to read between the lines. And and Kat says, I'll be reading Dead to Rights this evening. I've only gotten to chapter 2. And I think you're having to eyeball read it, right, Kat? So if we need to take more time with it, just let me know. It's fine. It's not like I don't have plenty of other things to read on. And Tommy says, watch the Thursday Murder maybe last night. I really liked it.
Yay.
Nice.
Cajun says, I was hesitant to read We Solve Murders because I love the Thursday Murder Club so much, and I really wound up loving We Solve. And Karma says, buckle up, Kat and Michelle. Yep.
Oh boy.
It's a crazy one, yeah. They always are. You just never know where those books are going to go. And Crochet Mina says, I've already read 4 Thursday Murder Clubs. I have number 5 on hold. I can't wait.
Nice.
And
Barbara says, please, please, please read Thursday Murder Club with your eyeballs. You will get all the jokes, and the 5 book comes out in September 30th. It's called Impossible Fortune. And yes, it is, Sarah. And I love that series. And Andy says hello. Jill says, stop making the months go by so fast. And see, the bookworm, she DNF'd the Thursday Murder Club on audio. I do plan to read it on Kindle. And Melnick says the Around the World announcement is so early this month because the 8th is the second Monday. So it's early. It's as early as can be.
Makes sense.
And Tiny says, I had Pop-Tarts for supper.
I like it. I like it. I like the way you think.
I hadn't had a Pop-Tart in forever until last year, and I let myself have Pop-Tarts for the old school April, for a nostalgic snack or whatever it was. It was rather tasty.
I couldn't believe it when we went to the States and we were in Walmart, and I'm like, you guys have so many more. Like, we have like 3 flavors here. You guys like have 300. It's insane, especially at the holidays.
Yeah, there's like this like whole row of just like.
I'm like, oh look, the Pop-Tart and Oreo aisle.
And my dad keeps looking because he likes Pop-Tarts, but they don't ever have like sugar-free Pop-Tarts. And he's like, why don't they make sugar-free Pop-Tarts?
They would, eh?
I don't think they would. But he can never find. We looked all over because I even thought somebody said they had some, or at least lower in sugar or something. But we looked and looked and looked, and our Walmart does not have them.
I eat them like not heated. I eat them as like cookies.
Oh yeah, I like mine heated up, but not like Pop-Tarty. I put them in the microwave and just kind of warm them up a little bit.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
And Melmac says, Anita, it's my favorite series. I like the MC a lot. It has 2 hunky guys My opinion, this series should be made into movies.
What's
It is a
your
matter of
favorite?
opinion.
Oh, the bibliophile?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what they were talking about for sure.
Well, I knew when she said two hunky guys that was the one. I said is in her opinion there should be. I said in her opinion that they're good because I know. But I've only read the first one. I need to just get to the my problem is I can't get them on audio. Like the second one, I have to read it with my eyeballs. And I had a problem with the F bombs in my cozy mystery. And so that's what threw me off the first one. So I haven't got to the second one. I'm like, if I get past probably a certain point to where I think she maybe quit doing that because they went from being 2009 probably to the current way they make cozies. And at least that's my, because Anita keeps telling me, well, I don't remember any F bombs in them. And I'm like, well, maybe that's the later ones.
Yeah, maybe they redid them. I don't know.
And Kat says, Tony, I want to watch Thursday Murder, but I need to read the book. It's on my TBR for September. So I'm glad to hear people like the Thursday Murder Club because I want to watch it. Pierce Bronson, yum. Yeah.
I concur. Even as an older gentleman with a slight paunch in it, he looks good.
Oh,
he's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy.
Since Remington.
Probably an unpopular opinion, but he was my favorite Bond.
Oh, he was one of my. I'm partial to Sean Connery is my favorite, but he was my second favorite.
Current Bond, current James Bond.
Yeah.
More recent James Bond.
Yeah, more recent one. He was my favorite.
Yes.
And then Momac says, I know September literally just started, and I'm already talking about October's fun destination. It's okay. Gives people plenty of time to think about what they want to read.
That's right.
And Tony says to Nadine, I love Pierce Bronson since 1995. Kat, I don't know if I want to read the book. I've been going back and forth. And Nina says, who wrote Discovery of Witches? It's Deborah Harkness. And Angela says, hi everyone, nearing the end of Killer Jam and really enjoying it. Dinner was spaghetti meatball. And Nina says, Momac, I agree. It's one of my favorite series, and I would love to see it as a movie or TV series. Nadine says, Tanya, when Remington Steele was on TV, I was yes. Remington Steele. Michelle says, one TV series I think is better than the book is The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh.
Everybody and his brother is watching that.
I don't even know it.
It's by Jenny McClellan. It's a YA series.
Yeah, I don't know it. Ambi says, I just ate at New to Me place, pita. It's Mediterranean street food. I had a bowl. It was huge, seasoned rice, lettuce, tomato, red onions. I chose lamb, then sauce over the top. That sounds
great.
Yummy.
I do love Greek or Mediterranean.
Me too.
And Tanya said, Nadine, I watched it in syndication starting in 1995. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's a good one. And Amy said it came with pita too. Awesome.
Delicious.
And that bowl sounds delicious. It does. And it was. Kat says, to Tony, I understand it's hard for me to read the book after watching screen adaptation unless there is a lot of time in between.
Agreed.
Yeah. And happy September for me, Sarah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hey, hi, Christina. Bibliophile Puzzler Robin says, hello all. It's been forever since I've been here, but I'm going to jump in. I'm listening to audiobook and it's 73%. Awesome.
Excellent.
Nice.
How many puzzles have you created this year?
Right.
We do need a count. That is true.
And Ambi said to Kat, I almost the exact same way. And Christine says, it's been crazy here at times trying to finish seasonal deep clean. Hubby went back to work after 2+ months from injury, and tomorrow is son's last first day of school.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. That is a lot, Christina.
Yeah. And to remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified.
Excellent.
Roxy says, Sarah, you're back. Hope you're well.
Thank you. Yes.
And Esther Jane says, I'll probably be reading a bit more than 7 chapters tonight, as tomorrow morning I have an appointment at 9:30, so most of my morning will be taken.
Ugh, I know that feeling too well.
And Christina says, Hi, Pat, Mary Jo, Esther, Michelle, Cajun, Agent, Anita, Cav, Roxy, Nadine, Jill, Carmen, and says, Hey, Esther Jane. And Cass says, I think the whole Beaumont Brady bunch is here tonight. We are all here. Woo.
That's delightful.
And Christina says, Hi, Barbara, Annie, Tanya, Kat, Shannon, Van Amber, Pamela, Mina, Ambi, Angela, and Rob. And she's like, Hey.
And I see Stormy, and I see Tiffany, and
And Mary Jo said, Did anyone hear the next Golden Girl book come out in April? It comes out in April. It's called Death on the Lanai. Yep, we were talking about that one yesterday a little bit.
Mary Jo, I'm so excited for it.
oh, I got to give the first one a try again.
Yeah, I need to try it. I had it out. I read a tiny bit of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it right now. And there was so many people are waiting in line, and I was like,
right?
Let them have it. So Roxy says, supper for me was leftovers. I made for lunch. I made some white tomato, red pesto
yum.
with chicken.
Good.
And it was super, super good. Sounds yummy.
Really good.
I had to clean out your refrigerator baked potato.
Ooh.
Where there was some things in my refrigerator that I needed to do something with, and I'm like, everything goes good on tater, so we'll just throw it on the tater.
Love it. It's smart. What did we have? We had burger and tater tots and some broccoli salad. I was like, what did we eat?
We had quesadillas.
Ooh.
You make them quesadillas or for some?
No, we were lazy and got barbarito, which was delicious. It was that or Greek. I said to Garrett, pick Mexican or Greek, and he said, let's get a burrito. And I'm like, okay, so he got a burrito and I got a quesadilla.
No.
Win-win.
Hey, Angel says, hi, everyone. Finished reading Living with the Enemy by Laura Martin. 4.5 stars. I am listening to Haley and the Yeti by Laura Legan.
Nice.
Linga. Sonia said, hi, friends. I did my first Scooby roll and got Fred, winner in the cover. Ice Planet, here I come.
It, Sonia. Oh, Jesus.
I feel like it was rigged so she could read an Ice Planet.
Right?
She's made every category so Ice Planet fits.
Yeah, fits in there somehow. Read a book with something blue.
Right? Yeah, she's gonna look at all the alien colors and it's like, read a blue, read a purple, read a
Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious.
Read a book on another planet. Oh, perfect.
Read a book with some spice.
Wingo says, LOL, what a great role to Sonia, yeah. And Maria says 18 out of 378 and watch Storm's week in review video. Yay.
Nice.
And Carmen says, hey, Brady Bunch.
I love it.
And Roxy says, I am loving how short the chapters are in Thursday Murder Club. Yeah, that's always fun.
It reads it's like popcorn reading. It's like, I'll just read another chapter. I'll just read another chapter.
And it makes it a lot easier for when it's 11 o'clock at night and you should really not read another chapter. You can be like, okay, only 2 for this one, and then I can cut it off.
Exactly. Oh, this one only has 2 more as well. I'll just read 1 more.
Yeah.
And Michelle says, finished another chapter and Dead Rights and gave my little monster a bath. And Roxy says Sonia loves her blue alien. Is that Missy?
Yes, that was Missy.
And Rob said I went from 73% to 86%.
Excellent.
And Tanya got 25 pages. And Michelle said, congratulations on finishing your book, Sarah. And Carmen made 10%. Congratulations on finishing. And no reading, ate dinner, put the trash can on the curb, and cleaned the kitchen. Well, that was very productive. And Michelle says, Tiffany, I need Sandy Jones. I read a Sandy Jones book once. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I enjoyed it.
I don't know what else that she's written, but yeah, we shall see how it turns out.
And Anita said she got to 14%. And Roxy said, because Tiffany says this person is cheating and that person is cheating her book now, I got that song Who's Cheating Who by Alan Jackson stuck in my head.
Who's cheating who and who don't even know anymore.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Angel says 4% on audio. Congrats, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jill read 21 pages of an amateur sleuth's guide. Murder, she's on 107 to 241.
Well done.
And Pat got 55%. And that is a cute kitty, Sarah.
She's cute but deadly. She was yesterday. She climbed up here in bed with me, and she gets all loving, and she'll lay on her back, and she'll like close her eyes, and she'll look at you. So I lean over to give her a kiss on her little nose, and she bites me in the face, like bites my nose. So I instinctively give her a smack on the rump. You know, we don't bite in this house. Presley was sitting in front of her. She turns and looks at Presley and whacks him in the face. I'm like, you started this.
Like, well, I can't hit her because she'll smack me again. So I'll smack you.
She always chooses violence that one.
You know, you see those videos, those dog videos where they're like, kiss your dog on the head or whatever and see what they'll do. Yeah, mine just goes.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything. Doesn't try to lick me or do all those cute little things that everybody else's does.
Right? Yeah, no.
Give them a cute look or whatever. No, she's just like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, exactly.
And Cajun says, I just got off the phone. I love him, but he picks the worst time to call. That happens.
Oh.
And Moac says, Sonia, I sent you a DM on Discord. And Angela's 97%. Oh,
well done.
Annie got to 6%. And you're so close, Angela. Yeah. And Carm says, way to roll, Sugar Britches. You are Michelle says the Cat Thursday Murder is on my September TBR as well.
My one complaint I have now about the Thursday Murder Club is that every time I look up the book now, they all have the Netflix cover. And to the bottom of my soul, I hate movie adaptation covers. I hate them. Personal opinion.
From a collector standpoint, I don't mind them so much, like having one cover that way. I wouldn't do like all of the covers, but like the first one, if they continued making movies on the other books, I'd only want the first one just so I have one with them on it. Because like I do have I have one book, and it's not even the first book, it's the second book, but it was the one that I found. It's The Shadow of Night.
Yep.
And it's the Deborah Harkness, and it's the second book in the Discovery of Witches, and it's got the two characters on the front of it. And so that's like my little collector one with them on it. I don't need a Discovery of Witches with them on it. I don't need it.
Yes. Well, it was the same with Bridgerton because they re-released them with the couples from the show, right? The problem is, if you've watched the show and read the book, the book isn't black in the book.
They don't match.
You're reading the book and like he's blonde-haired, blue-eyed. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I said. The characters don't match.
Maybe if you squint a little.
It's like, and Roxy. Oh, stop that! Now I lost my comment. There it is. Roxy says, "I'm loving the fall covers for September's Harlequin special."
Yeah, I was looking at all the new Harlequin releases today. They're actually for October's releases. And there's so many Christmas ones already, and I'm so excited.
Oh, that makes me happy.
And Tanya says, I ate in my Pop-Tarts cold too, Sarah.
Yes.
And Cass says, I love Pop-Tarts. I ate them during Old School April. Yeah, see, that's why I said it's an excuse. I need to, because Old School April tells me I should.
Right.
My justification, because it's like, oh, look at the calories and the carbs and the sugar.
Oh, I know, the sugar and the, oh my goodness.
Yes, I can't wait to read it, Michelle. And thanks, Tanya. Only a couple chapters to go.
Yeah, you're close.
And Robin says, I heard you say bibliophile, but I'm pretty sure you weren't talking about me. No, that's a cozy mystery series. It says bibliophiles on the edgier realm of cozies. I can't recall if F-bombs are still being dropped 12 books in because they don't face me. Well, you need to listen or read, remember so you can tell me.
Yeah.
So I probably don't notice. It's like a day in the life to me. Well, it's like I was talking about the SVU surveillance, and I was like, I think there might have been one little sexy time spot in here. I can't remember because I don't pay attention whenever that pops on. I'm usually listening. I'm not. It just kind of goes in and out, and I don't really pay.
I think if she did, it was behind closed doors. Like it was like.
Well, that's why I was like, I think it was.
But I don't think she's ever written Spice.
I think it was brief, and that's why I don't remember. I'm like,
yeah.
Did it or not? I don't remember. So I'm like,
it's Julianne Lindsay, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So it's like, I just didn't pay attention because I remember them kind of talking about some things, and I was just doing things on my, and it's like, so it just kind of went in and out. I don't remember. So it's probably like her. She just doesn't pay attention, so it doesn't.
Well, I would be the same way with curse words. Somebody said, I'm like, oh, is there a lot of curse words? I wouldn't effing know because.
And seeing a lot of times with that too, unless it's like all the time, or
that's when I would notice it.
Or if it shocks me because I don't think it's supposed to be there. Other than that, I don't pay that much attention because I don't like that word, or I'm not listening to that word. And I don't pay attention, or I skip over it with my eyes and I go, or whatever.
That's fair. That's fair.
So sometimes I'm not good at when somebody goes, "Is it clean?" or "Is there any F-bombs?"
I don't know.
Anita says, the last one had one curse word, but I think it was the H one. Okay. Well, that's not bad. Because I don't mind the little one. I just don't like that. My only thing. And Roxy says, my hold on What Grounds by Cleo Coyle came in. I'm giving Cozy another try.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, that's a good one to try if you're giving cozies another try, because that one's definitely a little grittier than most traditional cozies. So, Roxy, I think that's a really good one. Not only I feel like it's just grittier in general, but it takes place in New York. It does feel small townish still, but I mean, you are in New York City. I think you'll like it. If a cozy is going to work for you, and you're trying them again, because I think that's a good one to go with if you're looking for something less fluffy.
I read it a long time ago. Like I listened to it, and I don't remember anything about it, and I never continued on. I only read the one, so I'm like, I don't even remember it was in New York. Like when somebody would say it's in, okay, because I don't. It's been too long ago. And she's also watching The Summer I Turned Pretty and can't wait for the new episode Wednesday.
Wonderful.
And Tanya says, I don't like the frosting on Pop-Tarts. Target has some protein Pop-Tarts. They might be less sugar. Yeah, and they have some in the protein section at Walmart, like with the Atkins stuff and things like that. But you get like 4 for like $10.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and Dad ate them before, and he really liked them, but
of course he did.
That's like a splurge thing because it's like, yeah. So.
Storm, did you ever make the 2-ingredient dough that Weight Watchers kind of has? Okay, it's Greek yogurt and flour. Like
I've been meaning to try that.
I have, because I made Pop-Tarts with it when I was on Weight Watchers before. So I would make the dough and I would roll it out, cut it in squares. I would put sugar-free jelly in the middle, and then put the one on top, and then put it in the air fryer, and then just mix a little bit of powdered sugar and water and put that on top as the frosting. They were very good.
That's cool. I'll have to give it a try. Because I've been wanting to make a
sugar-free jelly or jam you wanted. Like I would always use peach or whatever. So just an idea.
I just realized what time it was, so I think maybe we should try to read some.
Should we? Is that what
So-
we're here for?
So we'll read to the top of the hour and
Sounds
come
good.
back, finish
Sounds
up the
good to
comments.
me.
Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
I was just listening to my book. So how'd everybody do?
I read a chapter of the other book I'm reading. What's it called? Her Fairy Tale Farmer by L. Douglas, which is the first book in the Sugar Maple Farm series. It's a childhood friends to lovers story. And I'm like 3 chapters in. She's a single mom, but they've known each other since they were kids. It's cute so far. It's a special edition from Harlequin.
Nice.
Yeah, but then I'm like, I'm kind of done reading for today, so now I'm watching YouTube.
I'm at 88% in the first mistake. I still don't have a clue. I do know I think that the best friend is somehow involved, and she never wants to be around the husband, never wants to have any interaction with him. So clearly there's something. And then they finally just came into interaction, and he like dropped a glass, and she's like, what? She's like, do you know her? He's like, no, but she looks like a ex-girlfriend that died. And I don't think that that's what the truth. So I'm like, can we? I don't even know if the narrator is lying to me or telling me the truth, but we're at 88%, and this whole book has just been her like worried that both husbands had affairs at one point, and I'm like, and somehow I think the best friend may have been involved with both the husbands.
What a best friend.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, the first one, she didn't know that the guy was married, and didn't know that it was
Okay.
her husband. Like that, like years later when they're talking, she says at the beginning of the book, I want to find Millie's dad. And the main character is like, well, what do you know about her? And he know about him, and she says nothing but the name, and she says the name, and it's her husband that was killed. And so now, but the girl like was innocent in that they didn't know each other at the time. She didn't know the guy was married. This one I don't know, but I'm like, wouldn't it be like full circle if she like ruined both marriages somehow? That would be horrible. Don't get me wrong.
Tiffany's going to be writing thrillers by the time she's done.
So, yeah. That's what I got.
I got to 23% in my little middle grade books. So.
Excellent.
I think it's cute. I don't know where it comes in or what it has to do with the cover, but he's like inside a shark or whatever.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, like he's sitting inside the shark with his little hands up here where his teeth are and just dangling feet and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know where that's at, but okay. Must be a friendly shark.
Fish are friends, not food.
And Melmax is telling Roxy that the coffee series is another cozy series that's on the edgier, grittier side of things as far as cozies go, and she loved the series. And
yeah, that's why I think
literary layers. Hello. Says hello, everyone. And I'm just saying hi to Christina. And Barb saying hi. Amby's back. And Melmax says maybe edgier cozies are ones set in big cities instead of small towns. The bibliophile is set in San Francisco. The coffee house is set in New York City. So
it might be a good point.
Mm-hmm. True. And Roxy says, Melmax, I like a little bit. Nadine is saying hi to Christine. And Kat says, hopping off to watch a movie with a hubby. He's on vacation this week, so reading later tonight.
Wonderful.
So I hope you enjoy watching your movie.
Oh, have a great time.
Christina said hi to Sonia on Literary Layers. And I figured it was supposed to be edgier and not easier. And Kat says, thanks for your sprint, ladies. And good night, friends. Good night. And Tanya's telling her to enjoy the movie. And good night, Kat. And Roxy says, I've made many good meals throwing together leftovers from the fridge. Yes.
Absolutely. We have a leftover fridge day every single week.
Yeah. Sometimes, I'm like, and when I got the cheese from my friend, I wasn't expecting umpteen million packages of cheese and deals. I've got cheese in my refrigerators every. Like, we're gonna have a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches, Dad.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no,
That's perfect for fall.
yeah. Well, and actually, and all it like before I told him what we were having tonight, he goes, "Oh, I was just gonna say we could have a grilled cheese sandwich." So
Aww.
he likes them too, so I knew that would be okay. I think he could live off grilled cheese sandwiches and pancakes, to be honest.
Your dad and I would get along great.
Yeah.
And Christine says, "Oh, it's grill day here too. Burgers and big beans."
There you go.
And when do you go back to work, Sarah?
Thanks for the reminder, Barb. It's tomorrow. My coworkers, you're so lucky you've been off. Really? I wasn't at the Ritz-Carlton.
Right? Lucky.
Like, I wasn't sitting on a beach in
hospital.
Barbados. Like, I will show you the bruises upon bruises that I have.
Yeah, read a room.
Like, I don't think being hooked up to, like, you know, all kinds
An
of
IV pole, you know, like.
what I call, like, vacation or anything. So.
Yeah, I wasn't at work, but I would have rather been at work, believe me.
Right? Sure, absolutely.
And Amy says, I rolled 5 for Sonia's Scooby-Doo readathon, and I'll be reading the first in the grilled cheese mystery series.
Yay!
Also September.
I love that series so much.
I do too.
And she's like, I read edgier, Melmac. Yeah, it was easy to skip over the easy and say edgier. So. Yes, because I woke up last night with book on my face.
I've been there, done that for sure.
Angela says, I love the grilled cheese mystery series. To Amber.
Who's gonna read? Oh, Ambi. Ambi, I know you've probably heard us say this, but before you start, make sure that you have cheese, good quality, like specialty cheese, bread, butter, and probably perhaps a jam or jelly of some of your liking, and even some bacon. I'm just suggesting.
Just saying. I was going to say, Tiffany, for the one I just finished, the one with the girl's the cheesemaker, the author's note at the end of the book was super cute. She's like, the greatest thing about writing about a cheesemaker is that it gives you an excuse to go and try all kinds of cheeses for research purposes.
Research purposes.
And I thought that was hilarious.
Well, I told my dad when he went to go get the cheese, I said, I like pretty much any kind of cheese except for blue cheese. I'm not a big blue cheese fan.
Same.
But that didn't mean to come back with everything was pepper jack almost, except for one.
Oh, good Lord, that's funny.
Well, like, I like pepper jack, but goodness, I wanted a variety.
Yeah, I would too.
And Melmac said to Roxy, I think you'll like the Coffee House series then. I'm still shocked by book 2's ending and read that one 4 years ago. It's such a great series.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think you'll like it too, Roxy.
And Christina's have a beautiful night to Kat. And Roxy says, I love coffee, so that's a plus.
Well, that is a plus because that's a series, coffee series that like really talks about coffee in every layer, because the ex-husband in the series is like the bean buyer and he travels to buy beans, and there's lots of that discussion. Then there's lots of discussion on the process of coffee. Like, it's probably the most filled with like coffee detail of any that I've tried as far as series.
Barbara says, all I will say about the movie of the Thursday Murder Club, the priest was the butler on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep. I'm watching it, I'm like, wait, hold on. And I pause and I go back and I'm like, holy crap, it is too. David Tennant's also in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he plays one of the main characters. Not one of the original, not one of the 4 older people, but one of the other characters.
And Abby says, everyone always talks about it, so I thought I better go ahead and read it.
Excellent.
And Roxy says, my cat, Alice, bites my nose when I'm sleeping and meows loud because she always wants food. Jasper cleans my hair.
Oh, I had a cat that used to do that too.
That's funny.
And Roxy says, I'm so glad I bought the Thursday Murder Club book because the TV before the TV adaptation cover.
Mm-hmm.
Cajun doesn't like TV movie adaptation covers either, if the show or movie came out first, I could see, but not the other way around. And Michelle says to Roxy, I can't wait until Wednesday's episode either. The week before last had me in big girl tears.
Oh, I was laughing. Somebody was talking about it. They're like, it's so wonderful watching a show with everybody that comes out on the same day. Like, every Wednesday, all these people are watching. I'm like, yeah, you weren't alive in the 80s or 90s, were you? Because that's how it kind of used to be.
It's when people say
it's a novelty to the younger generation, right?
When people say like obvious stuff like that, like one of my favorite videos of all time is the guy that this girl is like, I feel like there should be a phone that just stays in your house, that like attaches to the wall, and then like it cuts off. And my favorite video is the guy he's like stitching it. He goes, oh, is she talking about a rotary phone? Oh Lord, he's like, am I that old? She talking about, and he just like is
that's
so
hilarious
about it. He's like, she don't know what a home phone is. It's like, Lord.
It's like that's called a landline phone. We used to have those.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
That's hilarious.
And Roxy says, I like my Pop-Tarts almost burnt in the toaster.
That's hilarious.
And then say Michelle. And Pat says, okay, last night I did not get any sleep because of passing of my dog tonight.
Oh,
I am exhausted. So good night, everyone, and happy reading. Take care.
Pat. I know you're probably not here, but take good care.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Note to self: count F-bombs and bibliophiles. That's right. That's right.
You have your homework.
And Pat says, don't forget to thumbs up. Thank you, Pat. And Tony says, I'm sorry to hear that, Pat. Good night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Anita says to Melmac, I don't remember any F-bombs. So y'all read the first one too long ago. And Roxy says, I'm not liking Open Door Spice anymore. I like the angst, the kissing, and the fade to black, please. I'm getting old, I guess.
Legit.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of it's like funny because like everybody like used to like the spice, and now it's like I don't really care for the spice anymore. I just want the story, and it's like. And Angela says good night to Pat, and hope you were able to get some rest. And another good night, Pat. And I try hard not to cuss in my videos, but this vlog I'm filming now, I think I said the S word a couple of times.
In all honesty, in my real life, I swear like a sailor. It's bad. Like I constantly. But for some reason, when I'm in front of the camera, it goes away. And it was funny. I don't know what it is, but it does. And the other day I was downstairs. My brother was over with my nephew, who's only 8. And I said the S word. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, I meant sugar, like this, right? My nephew looks at me. And I swear the look on his face was like, really, Aunt Sarah? That ain't what you meant. Like, even he knows.
Yeah, and like, I forgot to mention it on my weekend review because I was talking about one of the YouTubers that I started watching, and I kind of like her and everything. But I was like, she's very popular. She's got a lot of subscribers, so that's her job now or whatever it is. So I wish you would treat your job like a job and not say all the words in it, because you wouldn't do that at another job probably. So why do it?
And that's what I mean. Like when I'm at work, like if I'm talking to Garrett,
yeah,
and it's not constant, but it goes into my normal vocabulary, right? Yeah. Garrett and I are the same. But when I'm at work talking to a client or talking to coworkers, no. And I treat this almost like a job as well. So that's why I think I can turn it off and on. That's just me. Everybody's different, right?
Yeah. And it's because I like watching her, but she'll throw out like the F word every now and then.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, I just wish you wouldn't do that because I like watching you.
Yeah. And
Tony says, I don't mind any level of spice, from no spice to really spicy, but sometimes it's the F-bomb is used continuously. Yeah. It makes me wince and turns me off. I don't mind a few, but not excess. Yeah, and
I agree with you on that.
Look over that kind of stuff. But,
like when I notice it in a book, used it too much.
Yeah, thank you. Like I read this one horror book about a kangaroo. It was called Rue, and it was a really short book.
Well,
And I kept telling my friend, because I said, was he having problems with the word count? Could he not think of enough words to say? Because I swear every other like word was the F word used some other way or this way or that way or this way.
Yeah,
and I'm like, do you not know how to use anything else? Did you need a word count thing? So let's just put that in there a whole bunch and everything, because it was. That's the first time I'd ever come across one that had it like so much. Like,
yeah.
Roxy says, I made pancakes with smashed bananas and eggs beat together. It was pretty good. Yeah, that is a good one. I've done that before. And Tanya says, 9-month contract was a little much for me in the first chapter.
Basically, Tiffany's face was the reason I will not read that series, as cute as it looks.
Yeah. And Sarah, you look so relaxed.
Oh, yeah. My back is hurting, that's why.
Has anyone read the Blue Ridge romance series by Denise Hunter? I have the first book on hold, the Blue Ridge Sun.
No, have not read it, but I've read Denise Hunter and I quite like her. I think she's more of a Christian author.
And enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing this probably goes with that other. It says, I almost DNF'd then, but continued on, but then ended up DNFing about 50 to 60% in because I couldn't stand how the MMC treated the FMC. I still plan on reading book 2, though.
Okay.
And okay, I'm off. Good night, everyone. See you next week. Bye. And then the bookworm Van Ember says, I finished the Busy Body Book Club. Woohoo! 4 stars.
Well done.
And Roxy wants to know if that's the new Freya Sampson book. And Cajun said, yay! I love her books. And Roxy said, hey Cajun, is the upcoming vlog. I described the smell of sugarcane season and it's going to be hilarious. I said it smells like sugar sweet poop. I can picture that right now, Roxy, because I've watched enough of your videos that I feel like I have your little voice in my head sometimes.
That's hilarious.
And Roxy says, oh, fall in Cajun country sure is special. And then it's boop. And yay, Roxy's a new member, but I think you were a member before. And then it said down here, I resubscribed because maybe I can swing $2.99 a month. I need to cut expenses elsewhere, LOL. I don't think it was the $2.99 that was making me broke. It's the candles.
As I look over at the brand new Bath & Body Works candle I may or may not have purchased the other day. I feel you, Roxy.
And then Cajun says to Roxy, ha, that is good description. I did love chewing on sugar cane when I was little. They would cut the stalks and peel it for me.
That's cool.
And she says, me too. I loved doing that. Let's get Cajun. I knew you would get it. You know that smell. Oh, yeah. As soon as you smell it, you know what it is. And Roxy says, nothing beats October and Cajun country. The sweet poop smell was in the air. The crisp air. And Esther Jane says, well, almost done with chapter 7 after the short chapters in Woman's Murder. These are long.
See, I don't mind long chapters. I don't mind short chapters. What drives me crazy is that in the same book, you get a 50-page chapter and a 3-page chapter.
Oh,
Would you pick one?
I ain't falling asleep. I was just getting comfortable.
I was just getting comfortable looking at my eyelids.
That's right, back to the eyelids.
And Esther Jane says, but I will finish this chapter and probably go to bed. We'll email you in the morning storm. Okay. And good night, Esther. And Angela says, finished Killer Jam. Such a great read. Looking forward to continuing the series.
Yeah, I like that series.
And Roxy says, does the one have a fall cover with pumpkins, Sarah?
So the Fairy Tale Farmer one, I know which one she's talking about. No, this one does not. It's the one that came out first. The one that you're talking about is one of the new October releases, and it's the second in the series. Autumn Nights or something like that by the same author, L. Douglas. But that one's really, really cute. It's like a they're in a gazebo with strung lights and pumpkins. Very fall.
Just gonna skim over how far everybody got.
Mm-hmm.
And Roxy says, thanks for the sprints and good chatting with everyone. And thanks for making me hungry, Tiffany.
I'm sorry.
And Literary Layer says, I don't think I can read the grilled cheese. I love cheese too much, and my family would get tired of grilled cheese every day.
But there's so many different ways that they have recipes for it, Literary. I mean, just call them something else. This is
gourmet. Gourmet. This one's gourmet. This one is this. This one's
gourmet onion jam cheese sandwich.
Christina says, just relaxing and watching Gilmore Girls with my son before bedtime.
Nice.
Sandwich au fromage. It's French.
Ambi says, I love pepper jack cheese, but I hate blue cheese and feta. I don't mind feta. I just don't like blue cheese.
I'm the opposite. Feta's, well, I don't hate feta, but feta is my least favorite. But I love cheese, like my number one food in the world. So I really like them all. But feta's one of my.
You probably haven't watched the one daily reading vlog that I had where I showed the big gigantic block of pepper jack cheese that I got. It's 20 pounds.
Good Lord.
It was huge.
Tiffany's eyes.
And it probably took me a half an hour because I don't have a knife big enough for that. My cheese knife is not big enough. So I'm trying to figure out how to cut it into like smaller blocks to put it in some freezer bags because I was going to be freezing a lot a lot of that cheese. And I gave some of it to my brother, but it probably took me about a half an hour to get.
Oh my gosh. Where did you get a 20-pound block of cheese?
My cousin, we traded him a couple dozen eggs because my brother get us eggs and we just kind of had an overabundance. And I'm like, he's got cheese because he has a cheese source because Schreiber cheese, he must have somebody that works there. And so they've got like this huge abundance of cheese.
I'm picturing cheese being hauled off the back of a truck, an unmarked truck.
And so I said, Dad, call them up and see if they want to do an exchange because he likes the barter system. He always has. And
I think it's a great idea.
And stuff. So I'm like, because he's like, if you ever have extra eggs. So I was like, we'll do it that way. And I said, get me some cheese because I said, I'd like some cheese. Well, and he come home and he goes, you're going to have to help me get the cheese in the house. And I go, well, how much cheese did you get?
Help you get it in the house.
I'm picturing him wheeling in a wheel of
it.
Well, and at that time, I was like, well, you'll have to wait a few minutes because I was just getting ready to make a clip before I went down anyway and stuff. But then when I got down, it was all sitting there. And when I thought, oh, what's going to be all this different cheese? Like pepper jack. Okay, one big deal of like, I think it might be cheddar or it's just American, but it's in a block.
Okay.
And things. And then I get to the other box and I thought, well, it's just going to be more. And I opened it up and I'm like, that's just one giant block of cheese.
That's hilarious.
Like,
oh. Wow.
I wasn't expecting that much cheese. So I was like, well, at least we won't have to buy cheese for a while. It's like, look on the bright side of things there.
Right.
And Literary Layer says, actually recently tried brie and realized why people like it with fruit. Tried it plain before and it wasn't good. Now I want to bake brie with apples.
I'm the same way.
And Christina says, thanks for hosting today, Stormy, Sarah, and Tiffany. Have a beautiful night. Sleep well. Or sleep sweet. I don't know why I can put words in people's mouths there. And they always... And Roxy says, I got a French press pour over mocha pot, espresso machine. I definitely a coffee person. Yes, you are.
Yum.
And Nomax says, Tiffany, that's a good point to mention. The Coffee House series really gets into details on beans to cup in the coffee process. I know that turns some people off, but I like learning about it.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, right?
Same.
Yes. And Rox says, remember setting the VHS tape to record my favorite shows in the evening when we had to go somewhere. Yes, that too. And I remember like recording them off of the TV, like whenever they were watching them, and you could pause like for the commercials and then put it back on, and then Oh, the days. Now you have to like buy it or try to find it somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Anita says, I like the TV adaptation covers better. I know that's a rare thing. And and the bookworm said, I'm sorry for your loss, Pat.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's hard.
And Michelle says, thanks for the sprint, ladies. It was fun as always. Have a good week. Have a good day. Back to work tomorrow, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yep. Hopefully it goes all smooth and everything.
It'll be fine. I've been checking my email, so my email inbox is clean at least.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
Come here.
And Amby says, I still like my spice. I'm still in my spice era, I guess, because I love some good spice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Come here.
Roxy says, I cuss a lot in real life, like a lot.
I like it a lot.
And Sonia says, catching up with this and a little behind, y'all giving me trouble about aliens and proms like you know me.
No, ma'am.
No, no.
We would
We
never
love
do
you,
such a
Sonia,
thing.
and your blue aliens. And Anita says, I also don't like excessive cursing or too much spice in movies. Cajun says, someone said the F word on a conference call the other day, and all you could hear were 6 other people breathing and deeply in shock. Yeah, because you wouldn't think they do that.
Well, I've been on conference calls where somebody said stuff they thought they were on mute, and somebody asked a question, and they were like, somebody said something one day. It was like that we were wrapping up, and they're like, if nobody has any questions, we'll be done. And somebody's like, I got a question, and the person's like, mother. Then they realized they weren't on mute, but there were so many people. I don't know who it was, but it was shocking. It was shocking, but hysterical.
Can I just share some good news I just suddenly got from the hospital?
Sure.
Yeah.
Some of the cultures that they took from me last week, no evidence of cancer.
Oh,
So whatever that is on my appendix is not cancerous. I wasn't worried, but this little part in the back of your brain when you hear that word, you know?
Absolutely.
So yay!
That is, oh boy.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, hospital.
And Christina says, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show someone else the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you'll hopefully be notified. Yay! Thank you. And Melmac says to Sarah, I'm the same way. I can turn it off and on swearing depending on where I am and who I'm talking to for the most part.
Yes.
I may slip up once in a while.
Yes.
And Angel says, I can't find any dice in my house, so just looking at covers to see which characters they match. Yeah.
You could just
I
go
was
onto
looking-
Google and just type in dice roll.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go, I'm just looking at the list, I think, and I'll be like, it says all of them have like a color, like a blue color, red, white cover, or whatever. And so I'm looking at all my books going, okay, that one can be a Scooby one, that can be a Scooby one, that can be a Scooby one. And I'm just going to read the characters and not do any rolling or anything like that. And so Amby says, not crazy about excessive cussing in books, but I'm okay with any level of spice. And Bookworm said, yes, it is. That was the book that she was talking about. And says, my previous message is for Sonia with an I. Oh, can't find the dice or whatever.
Oh.
I don't like repetition of any words, spicy or not. I had a laugh when someone said open, so I won't blow the hinges off the door. I probably need a straitjacket. And Anita says, I use the dice on Google. Yeah, that's like we were saying.
Good.
She says, that works. Just have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amby says to Angel, just go on Google and type dice. Yeah. Open door.
I know what you meant.
And yay!
Well,
Angel
that's awesome.
for 6 months. Thank you.
Nice.
And Angel says, okay, thank you. And Sonia says, we have an orange spray in the RR at school. We call it citrus.
Is that what they put down when we used to get sick? Remember that orange sawdust? Did you guys have that? Like when someone got sick, there was this like orange, it almost looked like sawdust, and they would put it over and it would absorb all the. That's what I think she's talking about, but I could just be wrong.
I don't remember it having a color, but I remember that they put something down that looked kind of like sawdust or something.
It was orange then. Well, at least, growing up.
So I guess it's not something that stuck in my head. I don't remember. But I didn't like the sawdust. I just don't remember if it was a color.
It stuck in my head because we had, only because there was somebody in my class that got sick a lot. So.
Were you one of those, like, if they got sick, then you got sick?
I do not do well. Kevin was like, the other day, something happened at home with the dog, and he's like, thank God we didn't have children, because I was like in the bathroom, like dry heaving, and he was like, it's not that big, and I'm like,
because that's what I was like. I know some people.
I do not do well. And we had a kid in elementary school that got sick so much. I mean, everybody gets sick, but there was one kid that I'm like, why are you at school? You always
don't you want to be homeschooled?
I really think that when I was in just this last week, the roommate that I have, her and I have the same problem as you do, Tiffany, where somebody else gets sick and you get sick. Well, both her and I had nausea.
Oh.
So one of us would be sick, and then the other one.
Oh no!
And we'd be like, "We're quite the pair, aren't we?"
Oh goodness!
And hi, Randy. Says, how long are you guys sprinting for? We're wrapping up right now, just trying to finish out the comments.
Yep.
So we're done sprinting.
Yeah.
And she's laughing at Sarah.
What else is new?
Roxy said I'm having hot flashes, so I'm walking around with my gown around my neck. And Cara says that's a ton of cheese storm. It is.
It's a lot of cheese.
And B says, whatever works to Roxy.
Yep.
And then Larry, a 20-pound block of cheese. Yeah, it is. It is said on the side 20 pounds, and it was pretty heavy. So
that is crazy.
That is insane.
And Roxy's laughing and says, I would love that much cheese. Yeah, I'm like, I think it's like really cool, but I'm like, I'm glad cheese freezes really well, because
I would love that much cheese. I just want a variety, like 5 of this, 5 of that.
Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more of a variety, but it is what it is. Maybe next time. And my brother is like, well, I've been thinking about getting a job at Shriver's. And I said, well, you need to. I need a cheese connection.
I need a cheese dealer. Storm needs a cheese dealer.
Yeah. And he says, if you believe it, in my real life, I cuss worse than Salem. It's always those ones that look so innocent that are the ones, right? Except for me, I don't even like it when like books make me say bad words. So, because like I have like the Kent Family Chronicles and like the first
the bastard
series, yeah. And I'm like, now I'm gonna be like this book because I don't want to.
It's that series that I know B from Mummy, she's reading that, and it's like the cock-a-doodle-doo around the block. But it's like, right? And I'm like, I don't want to read these because I don't want to be saying the titles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I would never.
I'll be like this book.
And Angel says, good night, everyone. Have a wonderful week. And yay for no cancer, Sarah. Yay, Sarah.
Thank you, guys.
Praise God, Sarah. Yay.
I've got to get a video out tomorrow.
That's awesome. Yay. Awesome news. Everybody's happy.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry.
Awesome news. Absolutely. Even when you're relatively sure.
That's right.
No, absolutely.
That's right.
100%.
And Carm says the Brady read is a Velma, Stormy. Oh, yeah? And I think it depends on your cover, though, because the cover I have, I don't think is a Velma. Well, I mean, I don't know what all the like. There's a bunch of different choices. But when I was going off the colors, because mine's like kind of blue and purple, and I don't think there's any orange. And that's awesome sauce, Sarah.
Thank you.
And yes, we had orange sawdust. Yes, exactly. The nasty orange.
Yep.
And I never threw up in class, but I did pee on myself.
Ew.
And my cat just threw up.
Heard us talking about it.
And Cajun says when Shayna showed up, it would take me half an hour. I think that maybe it's supposed to be throw up. It'd take me half an hour to clean the litter box because I had to keep stopping.
Cajun.
Yeah.
I am lucky enough that it doesn't bother me. I don't like it, but when Dresden has a little throwy up accident, I'm okay with it. Doesn't matter.
If the cats do it, I'm fine. If a person does it, not so much.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm worse with the other end. Like you were saying about not having kids, Tiffany, I would be like, forget it. No.
I'm for sure worse with the.
No.
Yeah, that's like those things. I don't think I could have been a parent either because
when like somebody said something to me one time with Katie was real little. They're like, "Oh, my brother's like, can you change your diaper?" I'm like, "That's not Auntie Sarah's job."
Yeah. Like, no, I can't. You go right ahead.
Nope.
And says Roxy, been there, done that, and macaroni and cheese. Just saying. And I cross my legs to sneeze, or I have to do that too. I have to because I know what's going to happen. It's like getting older is not fun.
It's not for the faint of heart. Let me tell you that.
Is it good night to Angel? Good night. Yes, agree, Sarah. I don't want to read them because I don't want to say the titles. I have a lot of.
I can imagine.
But she's a smart, strong female character. Oh, okay. Well, see, that's why I said I didn't know what the other things were. So that would work. Okay. I just knew the colors, like because Velma's orange and Fred's white and Shaggy's green and things like that. And Emby says, Sonia, the book have to match all the prompts for the character is just one, okay? And in the elementary era, every gross thing happens. Do not miss it.
No doubt.
And she says to Ambi, just one is perfect. It's meant to give lots of options.
Excellent.
And with that, we are down to the last comment. And so I know some are about to turn into a pumpkin there. So.
Yep.
So anybody have anything coming out that they want to talk about that they might have missed?
I'm hoping to do a video tomorrow. Hoping when I get home from work, talk about where I've been, what the heck went down, and what I'm reading. You know, most importantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And I have my 2 on Tuesday coming out tomorrow, and then an announcement on Wednesday. I talked about that last time.
I was going to ask you, Stormy, since we're here real quickly before I forget, because I'll forget to ask you later. Your 2 on Tuesday. Can I steal that and give you full credit for it?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. So I love the idea, and I'm like, the dailies are just too much. I'm like, 2 on Tuesday might be nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was like. I was like, you know, they have like those 5 on Friday things, and I was like, 5's too much.
5 is a lot. Yeah.
On Tuesday. That's what it's like. 2 on Tuesday. So yeah. I like to look at your stuff too.
Fair enough. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
I think I said yesterday I have a fall cozy romance book. Some recs, some just, books that are coming out. I'm going to do like a fall paranormal with more of the witchy and ghosts, but this is just all the fall ones that are coming out. I think it'll come out Thursday. So,
and I might be restarting.
They look really cute. There's some that look, I couldn't even stop myself. I was like, this video is so long because I can't just cut anything out. They're so cute.
I love it.
I found so many.
And I may or may not be restarting my FlossTube channel. We're going to see. I'll mention that next time we're in a sprint if I do.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
And Nadine says, I love Stormy's 2 on Tuesday, so I'll love yours, Sarah.
I've been loving watching yours as well, especially the Garb August ones.
Yeah, those have been kind of fun.
Yeah.
I just recorded the one for tomorrow, and I'm like, I'm back to the big chunky like romance one.
Right.
So we're just like, yay. Okay, so thank you guys for hanging out with us, and hope you guys have a good rest of your week.
Yes.
And
You
be
too.
back with us all on Sunday. Is Sunday important for anything?
Or is it just regular?
I don't
Hold
remember.
on. Hold on. I don't know why you ask such questions.
How dare you, Storm?
Wait. So what date is Sunday?
It's this. It says Sunday, September 7th. We got weather condition on the cover or in the title.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Weather condition on the cover.
Yep. So that should be pretty easy for people,
Yeah.
I think. Especially one that's wanting to read more in like the fall and time.
Yeah.
Okay, so have a good night, ladies.
You too.
Bye,
Thank you, Storm.
Bye,
Tiffany.
Sarah. Good to see
Bye.
everybody. Happy Labor Day. Bye, Storm.
Bye.